Hello, this is Lindy. I am going to be talking today about one graphic novel. It is Umbrella Academy Apocalypse Suite, which is actually a collection of 6 issues that has the complete narrative arc for Apocalypse Suite. And the edition that I've got is a library edition that has extra material at the beginning and a bunch of stuff at the end. I'm not going to talk about that. I'm just going to talk about the main 6 issues, and I'm not going to give away any spoilers. So I have much to say about the art and the style, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pop in examples of the panels instead of showing you the whole page, so that I don't give away any plot stuff that you might want to just get surprised by. I mean, this book is definitely worth reading multiple times, but the first time is always special as you find out what's going on. Hello, Frida. The writer is Gerard. The artist is Gabriel. The colorist is Dave Stewart, and the lettering is by Nate Piekos. It doesn't give anything away to know that this is a superhero story. A sort of anti-hero, superhero sort of thing. And therefore there's good guys and bad guys. There's saving the world is, what the basic plot of superhero comics are all about. And in this particular book, the setup is that at some point in time, 43 extraordinary children were born in various places around the world, most of them to women who had shown no signs of being pregnant. Many of them were single. And many of them were put up for adoption, the ones that survived. And then Sir Reginald Hargreaves stepped in and adopted 7 of them. And I'll show you these panels. He's also known as the Monocle, world-renowned scientist and wealthy entrepreneur, inventor of the televator, the levitator, the mobile umbrella communicator, and clever crisp cereal. Olympic gold medalist and recipient of the Nobel Prize for his work in the cerebral advancement of the chimpanzee. Space alien. So, there's 7 babies, lots of reporters. They want to know, why did you adopt these babies? And his response is to save the world, of course. All right, so, and here's the first one. The day the Eiffel Tower went berserk. So these children are 10 years old at this point, and they show up to save the day. And they need to clear the citizens. So we have one of the girls. She's number 3. Citizens of Paris, I heard a rumor that the Musée d'Orsay is giving away many of its finest paintings. They're also serving crepes. There's a way to clear the area. And then after that episode, we jump ahead 20 years and we're on the moon where number 1, also known as Space Boy, lives by himself with a robot. And he has been called back to Earth. Robot Says, I've readied your ship, number 1. Will you be requiring your laser pistol? Yes. And Ben, remind me to reprogram you when I get back. Only my father calls me number 1. There's all kinds of humor in this, including some that's just plain silly and fun. At the very end of part 1, chapter 1, this is the end of the first part of the Umbrella Academy adventure, Apocalypse Suite. There are 5 more chapters to the series, with 22 pages per chapter, totaling 132 pages. There are 7 members of the Umbrella Academy, and 72 names on the Eiffel Tower. There is no connection between these numbers. So, chapter 2. And these, the cover illustrations are actually done by a different artist who, if you read Bill Willingham's Fables, you'll recognize James Jean's art. That was on the Fables books as well. It's not Gabriel who did these covers. Very punk aesthetic. Well, this whole book has a sort of punk/horror aesthetic. So this is the full page spread for chapter 2. Actually, I'm not going to show you the full page so that I don't give something away. We only see each other at weddings and funerals. And if you can't see this newspaper that's crumpled on the ground amidst all these bodies, the headline says, "It's a perfect day," and the subheading is, "Nothing bad to report." And this kind of is a theme that runs through the whole book about the citizenry being totally apathetic about whether there's anything bad happening and whether the world needs saving. Here is the Orchestra Verdammt. Orchestra of the Damned. Here's the horror part. Some of the horror. It's all just so ridiculous, however, that, you know, to me, the unreality of it is a nice break from real life. And in this panel, so this is somebody, a bad guy, saying, "They smiled and gave me 2 months, told me to live life to the fullest, but to come back for a visit, which I did." And I just wanted to show you how interesting with the jagged edges on this panel, sort of like broken glass, and that the walls, ceiling, and floor are red, but it's like the blood splatters are black. There's other parts where that same coloration is used. And I find that really effective. And I don't know if that comes to Dave Stewart's genius for the coloring, or if it was Gabriel Ba's idea, or I would imagine they all work together as a team. So yeah, still, I like that. Now, for me, the most interesting aspect of Umbrella Academy is the psychological realism, the relationship between the 7 members of the Umbrella Academy, who are all siblings in this adopted family. And as adults, so here they're in their 30s at this point. Here we have one of the brothers saying to, I used to think I had a sister. It's the kind of relationship they've got. That's typical. And chapter 4, I'm not going to show you much from here, so I don't give anything away, except I find this sequence really funny. They're showing this city, and a member of the Umbrella Academy and Pogo, the chimpanzee, was the doctor kind of assistant. You're looking for the apocalypse. And just have a look at what the city is like, what they're flying over, with nude chimps, live sex, etc., etc. And yes, is this worth saving or not? I also like these two panels. At this point, the Umbrella Academy has been up for all hours, battling evil, don't you know? And because the number one is going out for more, and two of them are not going to let him go alone. But notice how, even though the dialogue changes, their position stays exactly the same. I just find that amusing. All right, here's another newspaper headline. Really now, Academy warns of imminent destruction again. So the cover of the paperback collected set is one that's the one that I was most familiar with, and it shows a woman who is entirely white and she looks like a violin. This is a cover by Gabriel, and I won't tell you much about this character if you're not familiar with Umbrella Academy, except this one little panel where, again, we have the relationship between the siblings. Is this the part where we all go home and act like a happy family? And so, there you have it. That was the Umbrella Academy Apocalypse Suite. I know it's been made into a film series. I have not watched any of that, but now I'm tempted to see how it was translated. Let me know if looking at this video review has tempted you at all into picking this up. Thanks for watching.